My sister-in-law's thong ruined my proposal, but I still got engaged. I was planning to propose to Nina after 3 years together. My brother Tom had been married to Bethany for 6 years with 2 kids. Bethany always acted weird around me. She'd grab my arm when talking and hold on too long. She'd lean against me at dinners until I moved away. She'd laugh at everything I said like I was hilarious. Nina hated it and would say, "She looks at you like you're a steak," and honestly, it made me dread family events. Tom had been watching Bethany closely lately, and his jaw would tighten whenever she got near me. The week before my proposal, Bethany lost it. She called crying at 11 p.m. saying, "Tom's working late. Can you come over? I'm so lonely." I hung up immediately. Then she showed up at my office with lunch wearing a tight red dress. She said, "You deserve someone who sees your worth," while staring at my mouth. I told her to leave. The day of the proposal, we had a family barbecue. The ring felt heavy in my jacket pocket. Bethany cornered me in the kitchen and whispered, "Some secrets are meant to come out tonight. Don't do it." I asked what she meant, but she just smiled and said, "You'll see." I pushed past her because something felt wrong. When leaving for the restaurant, she hugged me goodbye, and her hands moved weird near my pockets, but I was too focused on proposing to care. At the restaurant, my hands were shaking badly. My jacket hung on my chair with the ring in the right pocket. Nina was glowing and talking about work, but my heart was pounding so hard I could barely breathe. When our food came, I couldn't wait anymore. I stood up and said, "Nina, I have something important to ask." I reached into my right pocket and felt the ring box, which was a relief. Then I checked my left pocket for my speech notes. My fingers touched silk instead of paper. My whole body went cold. I pulled it out slowly. A black lace thong fell onto our table between our plates. Nina's face went from confused to recognizing to pure rage. She asked, "What is that?" The whole restaurant went silent and everyone was staring. I stuttered, "I don't know how this got here." Nina picked it up with 2 fingers and said, "This isn't mine," in a deadly quiet voice that terrified me. She asked, "Whose is it?" I couldn't answer. She brought it closer and said, "It smells like vanilla. That's Bethany's perfume. That disgusting perfume she bathes in." Her voice got louder with each word. Nina stood up and her chair crashed backwards. She said, "She was all over you at the barbecue. You're fucking your brother's wife." She was sobbing these awful choking sobs. I begged. She must have planted it during the hug, but Nina screamed, "I warned you for 3 years. You like the attention. This is your fault." She drove off and nearly hit another car. My phone buzzed immediately. Bethany texted, "How did it go?" Then, "Nina didn't deserve you anyway." Then, "I'm getting divorced. Come over." Then, "We can finally be together." I felt sick because she'd planned this whole thing. I screenshotted everything and drove to Tom's house doing 90. Bethany answered the door in red lingerie, which made me want to throw up. She purred, "I knew you'd come to me." I shoved past her hard and yelled, "Tom!" He came out looking tired and asked, "What's wrong?" I showed him my phone with shaking hands and told him everything. Tom turned to Bethany slowly and asked, "You did this?" She actually smiled and said, "He needs to see Nina isn't right for him." Tom asked quietly, "Why was your underwear in his pocket?" Bethany started sobbing. She screamed, "Because I've loved him for 7 years. I met him first at your work party. We talked until 3 a.m. Then you asked me out. I thought saying yes would make him jealous, but he never fought for me. We got married and had kids, and I kept waiting for him to realize he made a mistake." Tom looked destroyed. He asked, "Our marriage is fake?" She said, "I tried, but he's right there every holiday." Then Nina shows up and doesn't appreciate him. Tom exploded, "Get out!" The kids started crying upstairs. Bethany begged, "Please, I made a mistake." He yelled, "You destroyed our family for someone who never wanted you." He was throwing her clothes into garbage bags. He screamed, "Our children are crying because mommy's a homewrecker." He dragged the bags outside and said, "30 minutes or I call the police." She cried, "Tom, I'm sorry." He screamed, "30 minutes." She stood on the lawn in lingerie with mascara running down her face while neighbors watched from windows. Nina saw Tom's divorce papers and Bethany's confession texts. She apologized for not believing me. We got engaged 6 months later.